They're the giants of personal finance software, but when it comes to managing your money, which truly rules, Quicken or YNAB? On one side, Quicken, the classic financial tracker used by millions. On the other, YNAB, the modern budgeting tool that promises to change how you think about your finances. We're putting both to the test in real-life scenarios, looking at budgeting, tracking features, ease of use, pricing, support, and more. Let's push past the marketing claims and see how each performs when your actual budget is on the line. Every category earns points, and by the end, you'll know exactly which is best for you. The verdict might seriously surprise you. Let's dive in. Alright, so here's the categories we're tossing these two contenders into: pricing, budgeting method, platform and accessibility, security and data control, investment and net worth tracking, integrations and ecosystem, plus user experience. Yep, we're covering pretty much everything that matters. So let's kick things off with pricing. Quicken, you can still do that old school one-time purchase if you're on Windows, love that, but most folks will need a subscription these days. Bonus though, investment features are included. YNAB. It's straight up subscription only, but you get all the features in one plan, no juggling different tiers or anything. Oh, and students, you get a whole year free. Honestly, for most people it's tough to beat YNAB's simplicity here. Okay, let's talk budgeting methods. Quicken sticks to the classic spreadsheet style, itemized, you set your custom rules, and well, sometimes it kinda lets you get away with not facing the music if you overspend. YNAB though, man, it jumps in with this envelope zero-based system. Every dollar has a job and it seriously nudges you to look ahead. It might take a minute to get used to, but if you want to change your money habits, YNAB really pulls you in. Gotta hand it to YNAB for this one. Now, platforms and accessibility. Quicken's got desktop apps, Windows, Mac, you know the deal, and there's Cloud Sync plus some web action if you use Simplify. But I'll be real. The mobile apps feel like an afterthought, and Mac kind of a second-class citizen, sorry. YNAB, on the other hand, is fully web-based, iOS, Android, the whole shebang, everything syncs instantly. The only quirk? No old-school downloadable desktop program, but for living in our phones anyway, YNAB just gets it. Oh, and here's something cool I found. YNAB users claim to save about $600 in their first 2 months. That's actually wild if you think about it. Security and data control coming up. Quicken still lets you stash data locally on your computer if you want, which is awesome for anyone who likes being in the driver's seat. You can do Cloud Sync, but yeah, it gets a little technical. YNAB, bank-grade encryption all the way, and two-factor authentication. Downside, you gotta be online, period. If you want offline or old-school data control, Quicken is still king here. Let's talk investments and net worth. Quicken basically grew up with investment tracking, stocks, property, retirement accounts, the works. If you love a complicated dashboard, this is your playground. The flip side can be overwhelming. YNAB. Barebones for investments, they're all about budgeting. So if you want real portfolio analytics, Quicken absolutely takes the cake. Now, integrations and ecosystem. Quicken's been around forever, so you get nice historic data import, bank connections work, but they can be spotty and honestly not a ton of fancy new integrations. YNAB. It connects smoothly to most banks, and this is cool. If you're nerdy, you can use IFTTT or Zapier for automation magic. The only snag, sometimes the sync throws a tantrum. Still, more modern touches give YNAB the win here. Finally, user experience. Quicken is dense, great if you feel at home with spreadsheets, charts, and all the bells and whistles, but if that makes you go cross-eyed, it can feel busy and hard to learn. YNAB. Super modern, very friendly, and their community is actually helpful. The rules can feel strict at first, but honestly that's kinda the point, it teaches you fast. No contest, YNAB feels way more welcoming here. So if you kinda map these two on a radar chart, Quicken crushes it in investment and offline control, but YNAB just keeps scoring for everyday budgeting, accessibility, and user vibe. You can really see their strengths just jump out. So which one wins? If you want to wrangle your investments and love crunching numbers, Quicken is your tool. But if you're hunting for a fresh start and want budgeting to actually change your habits, YNAB's the real game changer here. If you found this helpful, you know what to do. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next money showdown. Let's get your wallet working for you.